So the first product that I tried is their Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Medium 12W. I think W stands for warm. It retails for 1499, which is effectively 1500 only, and it has only 8 shades, which is disappointing. Let's be honest, ColourPop is a big brand. And so how much product do we get? We get 43 ml of product. The consistency of this product is quite runny. I am happy with the shade for my current skin tone, but I believe in summers it might not suit me. It can make me look ashy, because as you can see, during winters we have lesser hyperpigmentation on our face, right? Now they claim it to be lightweight, which I agree with. Skin perfecting coverage, I think that is subjective. In a hydrating formula, it is hydrating. It's going to look glowy, it's going to look dewy also. It evens the look of your skin and leave it looking fresh and healthy for the ultimate clean look. I think yes, this is very clean girl makeup look kind of a product, but also you need to have good skin, right? I think when my skin has a lot of hyperpigmentation or breakouts, I would not go for this particular product. It does have hyaluronic acid and coconut water, which helps support skin hydration and softness. It is available internationally in 20 shades, but I don't know why on Nykaa they have only launched 8. So they say that this is lightweight. I agree. Of course, price wise, I think ColourPop has marked their MRP somewhere between L'Oreal and Makeup Revolution. Quantity I am happy with. I think the amount is quite generous. The consistency of the product is quite runny, but it blends so easily. You can use your fingers, your beauty blender, or a flat makeup brush to get the most amount of coverage. It is going to transfer if you're not going to use any compact powder on top of it, so just be aware about that. It is not entirely waterproof. It's quite water resistant, I would say, and if you're using it as an under eye base also, then it will fade sooner and you will be able to see that grayness under your eyes that we generally get after the concealer starts fading, right? Got their Pretty Fresh foundation in the shade Medium 110W. Now I have to say the packaging of their tinted moisturizer is way better than their foundation. Price of the foundation and tinted moisturizer is same. This one is also for 1499. Now, I could only see 17 shades. The quantity that you're getting is 30 ml. Again, my complaint is that internationally they have 29 shades and they have launched only 17 shades. Is this some kind of marketing gimmick that all the international brands do when they get launched in India? This is supposed to give you medium to buildable kind of a coverage in a hydrating, skin perfecting formula. I agree that this gives you medium to buildable coverage. It is hydrating, but it's also not too glowy. I agree. This is that kind of base which will not look too glowy that it will transfer on everything. They also claim that this has Hydra Fresh Complex, which is going to diminish the look of fine lines for a flawless complexion. I disagree with this. I also tried their Pretty Fresh concealer in the shade Medium 100W. Now, I don't think that this particular shade is warm enough for my under eye area. Covering the blemishes, I can use this. Now, the concealer is priced at 849 rupees. So you will get 6.50 grams of product. They have launched only 12 shades in India. Again, I don't know why, because they have 25 internationally. What is wrong with ColourPop? It has a doe foot applicator, it's easy to apply, it's blendable, all those good things, and it looks quite hydrating, and it's medium to buildable. Then I got their blush in the shade Between the Sheets. Now, this is a very pretty color. The moment when I saw it, it was like, I need to get this one. It is priced at 899 rupees. And the quantity that you're getting is 4.2 grams. It comes in 6 shades. I think this particular product is not meant for oily skin type who has a lot of texture and pores on their skin, because I wore it without makeup also and it didn't look good. So it has a moussey or putty kind of consistency. So they are saying that this is going to give you a healthy flush. I agree. You have to build the product a bit, that I have to say, if you're using a brush. But if you are using your own fingers, just blend it out and it's gonna look very healthy and natural. It's not glittery, at least the shade that I have picked, it doesn't have any glitter in it, and it doesn't look too glowy that it'll shine on your cheeks, but it also doesn't look anything matte. Easy to blend also, but you have to build it up if you want the color to appear on your skin. Next, I got their Super Shock highlighter in the shade Wisp, and the price of this product is 899 rupees. You get 4.2 grams of product. There are 4 shades that they have launched. It feels very bouncy kind of a texture. It's going to give you a lot of glow. This is one of those highlighters that you can build, make very subtle and super duper in your face kind of highlighter also. So I agree what they have said. It is weightless, it is buildable, it is super blendable. Okay. Next, I got their 9 pan pressed powder palette in the shade Mauvin Up. Now this is for $15.99 and the effective price would be $1,600 only. They've launched it in 9 shades, 9 variants, and the product quantity that you're getting is 9 grams. All of the eyeshadows are pigmented, but some of the mattes are not that easy to blend. Some of the shades did not show up on my skin, but that's fine. I tried to use them as a transition shade and tried to also build the rest of the mattes. But as you can see clearly on screen that it has a lot of fallout, and I tried to zoom it in also just so you guys can see. Next product that I got is their Fresh Kiss Glossy Lip Stain in the shade Sugar Snap, and this one retails for 899 rupees. Now you get 6 grams of product and they have given only 6 shades. Now this is a hybrid formula. This is supposed to deliver medium to buildable coverage, which is also not drying. I think it is a sheer to medium coverage, at least for my slightly hyperpigmented lips. I don't think this is medium to buildable. With a non-drying glossy finish, yes. Initially it will look like it is not drying. They are saying that it has a rich guava extract, vitamin rich guava extract and lychee extract, because of which, you know, it's gonna keep your lips feeling fresh. I did not feel that. In fact, I think it feels too sweet for my lips and it started irritating my lips also. This can only be understood by somebody who applies lip products with a lot of sweet extracts in them and then their lips start to peel off. If you know, you know what I mean. But I like the glossy finish of it. I'm not going to complain about the color. I love it. I'm going to continue using it even though it is irritating my lips, but I have bought the product, so yeah. I don't think it has a good staying power. It is not drying, but it's also not helping my lips to be hydrated throughout the day. It's been almost 3.5 hours that I have applied this makeup. I'm gonna start with the very first thing that we applied, and that was the Tinted Moisturizer or Tinted Foundation. I think it still looks pretty good apart from the concealer that has started to look slightly grey. But all in all, I'm happy with my makeup. I mean, the blush is still there. I'll give you a close-up, don't worry. So let's start with the Tinted Moisturizer. I think it's good. I think the Maybelline compact powder that I applied on top of it, it's working really well with that. And the blush is still there, the highlighter is still there, if you can see. Highlighter in comparison with the blush has faded more, which normally doesn't happen. My blushes, they fade sooner than the highlighters. But in this case it's different, and the moisturizer is looking very natural. It's looking glowy, but it did not fade way too much how I have seen affordable tinted moisturizers or serum foundations or BB creams getting faded, right? Next, I need to talk about this foundation because it's very different from the foundations that I have applied in my entire 6 year, I want to say, of YouTube. It has a very different kind of texture. I don't think it is completely matte. It's not even demi matte. It's not even moisturizing, but it's not drying and it's not too glowy. It's the right foundation for me at this point in time, and that does not happen very often with foundations. I don't see it collecting way too much around my nose. I have currently dry skin type, just to be clear. Concealer I do not like. The shade is not matching me perfectly, but that's not the only reason why I do not like this concealer. It is fading too soon. Okay, even if it would have turned gray because of the shade not matching me, the pigment should be there, right? I don't see the pigment under my eyes anymore, so I'm not really sure about this concealer. Blush I liked. I do not like this blush Bare Skin because I tried it without any base makeup and it was exaggerating texture on my skin. But if I apply it with the tinted moisturizer or the foundation, it's sticking really well and it does not exaggerate my texture. The highlighter, I'm not a big fan of this highlighter. I know a lot of people talk about it a lot, international makeup artists and all of that. ColourPop बहुत देर में आया है इंडिया में, ओके पूरा ट्रेंड ही चेंज हो चुका है अब. सो जब ColourPop ने शुरू में ये शॉक वाले हाइलाइटर लॉन्च किए थे, शॉक बोल रही हूँ मैं इसको, व्हाट वाज द नेम ऑफ द हाइलाइटर, सुपर शॉक, उस समय बहुत ओवर द टॉप OTT वाले हाइलाइटर्स लोग लगा रहे थे. मिनिमलिस्टिक लुक उतना ट्रेंड में नहीं था, बट इस वक्त अगर आप देखेंगे लोग बहुत ओवर द टॉप एक्स्ट्रा शाइनी हाइलाइटर्स नहीं लगा रहे हैं. तो अगर आप उसके हिसाब से हाइलाइटर चुन रहे हैं, then I don't think this is the right highlighter for you. Or if you have oily skin or pores, which I have, and I've given you a close-up also that it's going to exaggerate. It also has tiny glittery particles, not too chunky, but you can see glittery particles. So yeah, eyeshadow, honestly I'm little confused because it does have a lot of kickback. ऐसा fallout बहुत हो रहा है भर भर के. It's giving almost K-beauty. K-beauty के eyeshadow palette में भी यही प्रॉब्लम है, एग्जैक्ट प्रॉब्लम यही है. लेकिन पिगमेंट थोड़ा सा स्ट्रॉन्ग है इसका K-beauty से. शिमर्स मुझे बहुत पसंद आए इसके, लेकिन मैट्स में बहुत ज़्यादा किक ऑफ है, तो मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है बहुत जल्दी पैनेट हो जाएगा. So that's something that you need to take care of. And some of the shades, which I'll tell you which are the ones, I think there are some shades that are not that easy to blend. This dark brown shade, dark mauve shade, sorry, this is a little difficult to blend in comparison to rest of the mattes that are there in this palette. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इसमें कुछ mattes हैं जो टेक्सचर्ड स्किन पे उतने अच्छे नहीं लगेंगे अगर आप ऑल मैट लुक के लिए जा रहे हो. बट द शिमर्स इन दिस पैलेट आर ब्रिलियंट. You don't even need your fingers to dip in and to get that pigment, which happens even with a palette like Huda Beauty, जिसमें आप ब्रश से dig in कर रहे हो और pigment ही नहीं आ रहा है. And then you have to, you know, कुछ लोगों को पसंद नहीं होता है यार, वो उनको मेकअप सिर्फ टूल से ही लगाना है, उनको नहीं अपना फिंगर डिप करना है. Then लिप ग्लॉस, लिप ग्लॉस पूरा हट गया है, नहीं टिका, बिकॉज लिप ग्लॉसेस ऐसे ही होते हैं, उनके अंदर यही होती है प्रवृत्ति. मैं उस लिप ग्लॉस को लगा रही हूँ एक छोटी सी कैरेक्टर मैट लिपस्टिक के साथ. ये एक मिनी लिपस्टिक है कैरेक्टर मेकअप से. आई ट्राइड दिस कॉम्बिनेशन अर्लियर एंड आई हैव लाइक्ड इट, सो दैट्स व्हाट आई एम गोना डू. आई विल अप्लाई. I'm liking mixing my lip glosses with my liquid lipsticks. It's really cold. Okay, it's been almost 8 hours that I have this makeup on, and as you can see, I applied that lipstick. It's still there, and even though I have applied lip balm on top of it, I like this lipstick, but that lip gloss is not long lasting. The foundation side has more coverage after 8 hours than the tinted moisturizer. Of course ऐसा ही होने वाला था. tinted moisturizer साइड में काफ़ी ज़्यादा फेडिंग हो चुकी है, बट इतना बुरा नहीं लग रहा. आई थिंक जब आपकी स्किन में ज़्यादा हाइपर पिगमेंटेशन ना हो, ज़्यादा ब्रेकआउट्स ना हो रहे हो, बेसिकली जिन दिनों आपकी स्किन अच्छा फील कर रही हो, या तो उसको सांस लेने दो, या आप tinted moisturizer लगा सकते हो. ये वाला डिसेंट कवरेज है इसकी, अभी भी बहुत ज़्यादा हटी नहीं है. एंड अगर मैं बात करूँ फाउंडेशन वाले साइड की, तो अब मुझे दिख रहा है हल्का हल्का नाक की साइड में यहाँ पर कलेक्ट हो रहा है हल्का हल्का, बट अदरवाइज कवरेज है ठीक. कंसीलर मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि मैं इसके बारे में क्या फॉर्म करूँ ओपिनियन, बिकॉज अगर आप देखेंगे बेस मेकअप दोनों ही बहुत ब्लेंडेबल थे, अच्छे लग रहे थे स्किन पे, स्किन लाइक फिनिश है. और ये जो फाउंडेशन वाली साइड है, tinted मॉइस्चराइज़र वाली नहीं, फाउंडेशन वाली साइड तो मतलब टिक भी ज़्यादा रही है. कोई इशू नहीं आ रहा, कोई क्रैक्स नहीं है, स्किन ड्राइंग नहीं लग रही, एवरीथिंग इज़ गुड, आई हैव नो कंप्लेंट्स। बट कंसीलर से मुझे काफ़ी कंप्लेंट्स हैं, बहुत ग्रे लग रहा है एक तो, इतना भी मैंने बहुत लाइट कलर नहीं लिया था कि इतना ज़्यादा ग्रे लगे, बट दैट्स फाइन। एंड ऑल्सो बहुत जल्दी मिट भी गया है ये कंसीलर अगेन। एंड देन इफ आई टॉक अबाउट द ब्लश, ब्लश इज़ अ हिट, क्योंकि इतनी देर तक मेरे ऊपर कोई ब्लश नहीं टिकता। इट्स क्वाइट सरप्राइजिंग टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट। हाईलाइटर मुझे नहीं पसंद, ये अपने फेवरेट्स की बात बताऊंगी। आई डोंट थिंक ये हाईलाइटर उनमें होगा कि इट्स अ मस्ट बाय। It's not a bad highlighter, but it's not Mahan also. I'm not going to recommend it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So you get my point, right? You get it, right? You get it, what it feels like to waste so much money that you have earned from your own खून पसीने की मेहनत। Okay, let's talk about eyeshadow. Mattes, I don't like some of the mattes that they have. It has a lot of kickback. I like the shimmers a lot. Okay, and they're showing up even with the brush. That says something about the quality of the shimmers in this palette. But अगर आप देखेंगे बिल्कुल भी मुझे क्रीसिंग नहीं दिख रही है, एंड बज भी नहीं हुआ है, स्मज भी नहीं हुआ है, तो आई थिंक इट्स अ गुड थिंग। लिप स्टेन इनका मुझे उतना समझ में नहीं आया, एक अजीब सी फ्रेग्रेंस है इसमें जिसकी वजह से स्वीट टेस्ट करता है। गलती से अगर आप लिप्स ऐसे लगा दोगे तो यूल फील कि ऐसा मीठा टेस्ट क्यों आ रहा है इसमें से, एंड विच इज़ वाई आई फील कि ये थोड़ा सा इरिटेट भी करता है लिप्स को। मैंने इसे 3 बार ऑलरेडी इस्तेमाल कर लिया है। फाउंडेशन मैंने आज फर्स्ट टाइम लगाया था, एंड आई शेडो पैलेट, बट अदर देन दैट मैंने बाकी प्रोडक्ट्स पहले 1-2 बार यूज़ कर लिए थे। सो दिस इज़ माई ओपिनियन। मेरा ओपिनियन अगर आपको खटक रहा है तो आप अनसब्सक्राइब कर देना, और लग रहा है कि यार मैं ऑनेस्ट ओपिनियंस दे रही हूँ एटलीस्ट मेकअप को लेकर, तो सब्सक्राइब कर दो। आई डोंट थिंक इट्स अ डिफिकल्ट थिंग टू डू, राइट? एंड मैं ये भी देखती हूँ कि लोग यार सब्सक्राइब नहीं करते 90% पीपल। आई नो आई एम बोरिंग, बट आई एम ऑल्सो ऑनेस्ट, राइट? है ना? तो करो यार सब्सक्राइब।